Hello, guys. Good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com and Santarelli Trading Exchange. I hope everyone's having a great weekend and a good start to the week here. So first off, guys, I wanted to go over a few things here. First off, if you guys are new to us, go to the App Store, either the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, download our app, search for it, Breaking Chart Alerts. Download that for free today. And if you guys can please go down, click the like button, click subscribe, and click that bell to get notified every time we go live or post a new video, I would appreciate that. Alrighty, let's get started here. So first up, top news of the day. Obviously, you guys have probably heard about the news about Twitter. Twitter is talking about making that deal with Elon Musk here today. I'm going to be going over some of the Bloomberg latest news on that here. So let's get started first off. Let's start off with the 5 things to start your day with from Bloomberg. First off, China lockdowns. China's coronavirus outbreak worsened, with rising cases in Beijing sparking fears about an unprecedented lockdown of the capital. Residents rushed to stock up on supplies after the government announced mass testing, while President Xi is also trying to quell escalating anti-government criticism in Shanghai, which is in its 3rd week of lockdown. The country's benchmark stock index slumped the most in almost 2 years, while the offshore yuan weakened more than 1% at one point. Military aid. The U.S. announced additional military aid for Ukraine as Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said that Washington wants to see Russian forces ground down. Austin and Secretary of State Blinken committed a total of $713 million in foreign military financing as they visited Kyiv for the highest level U.S. talks since Russia invaded. The U.S. said it will start sending diplomats back to Ukraine, and Russia's war is turbocharging the world's addiction to coal. The big thing, though, is that they are sending diplomats back to Ukraine, the capital there, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens. It looks like Russia just wants to take that Donbass region and then southern Ukraine there, and they might, hold off there for a while. Next up there is Twitter Friends. Twitter is growing more receptive to Elon Musk's $43 billion takeover offer. Musk met with Twitter executives on Sunday. A person with knowledge of the matter said. Separately, Musk's short-lived effort to take Tesla private has loomed over his reputation and Twitter bid. Now, a series of text messages that Musk exchanged with Silicon Valley friends, investors, and managing director of Saudi Arabia's public investment fund during that saga have come to light as part of an ongoing shareholder lawsuit. And the stocks are dropping. European equities traded poorly, taking the risk off baton following a very weak session for Chinese equities. The stock 600 dropped as much as 2.25% as of 5:45 a.m. Miners, oil, and gas consumer discretionary stocks led the sell-off after Beijing's COVID outbreak reinforced concerns about an economic slowdown. A bid for safe haven assets underpinned bonds and the U.S. dollar. Commodities slumped, with base metals trading poorly and the WTI crude down as much as 5.1%. Bitcoin fell to a 6-week low. Okay, let's take a look now here at some of the top events here. So first off, guys, Coca-Cola. This is one of those great stable stocks. We've been talking about that in the trade room for a while. Shares of Coca-Cola rose about 1%. They're actually up closer to 2% here. Let me see. Up 1.38% at 66.15 as I'm going over this now, up 90 cents a share. So shares of Coca-Cola rose about 1% after the company beat analyst expectations on top and bottom lines in the recent quarter. The beverage giant reported adjusted earnings of 64 cents per share on revenues of 10.5 billion, while analysts expected 58 cents per share on 9.83 billion in revenue. So great beat by Coca-Cola there. And then to the left here, you guys can see Twitter ticked 5% higher on reports that social media giant is close to a deal with Elon Musk. It comes a day after the company's board reportedly met Sunday to discuss a takeover bid from Elon Musk, who has already secured $46.5 billion in financing. Oil stocks, shares of energy companies fell on Monday as oil prices fell on fears of a global slowdown amid lockdowns in Shanghai. Chevron, ConocoPhillips, and Marathon Oil dipped 2.2%, 2.6%, and 2.8% respectively. Kellogg shares of Kellogg dipped 1.8% after Deutsche Bank downgraded the stock to a hold. The bank cited the impact from workers' strikes, rising inflation, and supply chain disruptions among the reasons for the downgrade. Verizon shares fell 1%. Goldman Sachs downgraded the stock to neutral. The bank said Verizon is situated well for 5G growth, but offers a lower potential return compared to peers like AT&T, ticker symbol T. We've been talking about that over the past few months. Next up there, Penn National Gaming. The gaming stock rose 2.8% after Morgan Stanley named it a buy despite its recent underperformance. The bank also sees opportunities in Barstool Sports and the Score businesses. Warner Brother Discovery stock fell 2.5% as investors continued to digest the news that the company would shutter its CNN Plus services weeks after its launch. John Deere, the equipment manufacturer's stock, fell 3.4% after Bank of America downgraded the stock to neutral. The bank said it remains cautious on the farm economy and agricultural equipment sales space amid growing supply chain issues and other macro trends. Alrighty, let's go over now the top market movers here that came up on the watch list here. All right, so first off, pre-market screener there. You guys can see I highlighted a few of them that were interesting. Lowe's Corp there, one of the top leaders there. Shares up about 5% at 67.94 a share, ticker symbol L. Camden Property Trust at 175.11. That stock's up about 4.81% CPT. You know, this is one that you might want to take a look at here as inflation continues to climb and rents and housing continues to climb here as well. Twitter shares, TWTR 51.19. As of right now, Twitter's at 51.18, up 4.6%, up $2.26 for the day there. As far as the laggards are concerned, Active PLC there, APTV, that stock at 98.82 a share, down a little over 7%. And then you also have Wix there at 78.90 a share, and that stock's down about 4.92% there in the pre-market hours. Alrighty, let's go over the top upgrades, downgrades, and initiations this morning here. So if we take a look here, the top upgrades, right at the top there, you see that Morgan Stanley upgrade that we just talked about with Penn National Gaming, ticker symbol PENN. Upgraded from an equal weight to an overweight there, but they did lower that price target from $55 to $51 a share. Gap, ticker symbol GPS. We had an upgrade there from Guggenheim. They upgraded that price target to $22 a share and upgraded that from a neutral to a buy rating. Marvel Tech there upgraded, and you'll see there are a couple of tech names upgraded by Raymond James there. Marvel Tech, ticker symbol MRVL, put that on the watch list there. That was upgraded from a market perform to an outperform. And we have AMD, upgraded by Raymond James there to $160 price target, and from an upgrade from an outperform to a strong buy rating. So I would put those four on the watch list there. And if we take a look here at the top downgrades this morning, there wasn't too many that, really concerned here. Sun Power, that one was downgraded there from a hold to a sell. Price target is $6.99. Boyd Gaming, downgraded by Morgan Stanley from an overweight to an equal weight. Brought that price target from $82 down to $76 a share. And that's really it there as far as the downgrades. Now, initiations. We had DoorDash initiated there by Morgan Stanley. They slapped a $100 price target on that with a rating there of an equal weight. And we have Snowflake. Actually, last night I was doing a little bit of research, and Snowflake came up as one of the biggest trades here going into June and July. They were talking about that was initiated there by Wolf Research, $250 price target, and they initiated an outperform rating on Snowflake there. Let's take a quick look at what to watch here this morning. So first off, guys, this is the biggest week of earnings. Q1 earnings. This is like the Super Bowl of earnings week here. We got a lot of the major tech stocks reporting here. You know, Coca-Cola, Activision, they both reported this morning there. Tomorrow morning we have UPS, we have 3M, we have JetBlue, Waste Management. After the bell tomorrow, we have Microsoft, Google, which is Alphabet, Visa, General Motors. We have Chipotle, Texas Instruments, Skechers. Wednesday morning, we got Boeing reporting, Spotify, T-Mobile. We got Humana, ADP. After the bell on Wednesday, we got Facebook, Meta Platforms, PayPal, Ford, Qualcomm, Pinterest, Teladoc, Las Vegas Sands, and we have Hertz on Wednesday as well. I definitely want to look at an out of the money vertical spread on Hertz there as they're coming back from their bankruptcy. Thursday morning, we got Twitter reporting. We got Caterpillar, Nokia, Southwest, MasterCard, McDonald's, Merck, Eli Lilly, Domino's Pizza. And then after the bell on Thursday, we have Apple, Amazon, Roku, Intel, Robinhood, and Gilead there reporting as well. And then Friday, we got a lot of the oil companies reporting. We got ExxonMobil and Chevron reporting Friday before the market opened. All right, let's take a look down here. So here is Wall Street Bets ticker sentiment over the past 12 hours. Obviously, these are ones that you guys want to also put on your watch list here. We have Tesla, Apple, Twitter, oil, and Facebook there leading the way as far as Wall Street Bets goes. And let's go over the top economic events here for the week. So as you guys could see there, this week's major U.S. economic reports and Fed speakers, nothing happening here today. It's going to be a pretty slow day here today. Tuesday, we got durable good orders there coming out at 8:30 this in the morning. We have new home sales coming out at 10 a.m. That's going to be a big one there. Consumer Confidence Index. That's going to be coming out at 10 a.m. as well. And then we have on Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., advanced report on international trading goods, pending home sales index at 10 a.m., and home ownership rate there at 10 a.m. as well. And then, of course, every Thursday we have the initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, and on Friday we have unemployment cost index, and we have the PCE price index coming on Friday there. So let's take a look here. Markets are open. We got Activision dropping quite a bit here. Activision's down to 77.69 a share. Twitter pulled back from the highs, currently at $50.65 there. And let's take a look here. We got Coca-Cola at 66.69 a share. Let me share here with you guys, and you guys can see what's going on. So first off here, Activision, we have, they had a big miss on their earnings. That stock's pulling back quite a bit there. Let's go down the watch list here. You guys saw Robinhood was just flirting with green here, holding that $10. If you notice, Robinhood has basically a triple or a quadruple bottom here, right around that $10 a share. So it's holding that. It's got earnings coming up this week, so watch Robinhood for a possible rebound trade here, and look for something within that implied move going into earnings later this week there. Hertz shares at 22.42 a share at the highs of the day, coming back after a pullback this morning, just about green there. You guys see Google here just turned green here as well after coming off those lows. We got a lot of the tech stocks getting a climb here this morning after last week's, the end of the week there, sell-off that we had, along with Raymond James and JP Morgan upgrades on some of the tech stocks. So keep in mind, we just went over Marvel, so watch that one here. That's getting a climb off $58.71. Stock was just above $94 a share here a few months ago, so quite a bit of a pullback there. Keep an eye on that one as it just had an upgrade here this morning. Rocket Mortgage share in the green, $8.71 a share. This is going to be a nice one to keep an eye on. Let's see, Snapchat pulling back a bit there. TLT's up about 1.18%. I like that one coming off the lows. That one had a sharp pullback here from about recently 150 all the way down to that 120 area. And then we have Twitter here, which is up about 3.4%, 50.57 a share. Definitely want to keep an eye on. If you're looking for something possibly with Twitter here, I would definitely be looking like a vertical spread for this week here. April 29th Expo, and you could be looking at a buy to open sell to open on Twitter, a vertical call spread. And remember, his offer is about $54.50 a share. So if they take that and she climbs up to that 54, I'd be looking for that 53, 54 vertical spread. Max it could be worth there is a dollar difference between 53 and 54. It's going for 25 cents, so that's about a 400% return right there if you pick that up for 25 cents and they accept his offer and the stock climbs to that 54 or higher per share there. So definitely a nice little vertical spread here to look at with Twitter. And then as far as earnings go, we will be talking about some earnings trades in the room here today, and we'll get started. So here's ExxonMobil shares down about 5% here as crude drops over 3%. So keep an eye on ExxonMobil, Chevron, BP Petroleum. They also have earnings later this week here on Friday, so keep an eye on those. Big one though today is going to be Tesla. We want to hear what they say. There goes Tesla taking off again. Like I said, that's a nice vertical spread trade idea on Twitter. Going with that 53-54 vertical spread that expires this week here. I expect this to continue to break out and get up, close to that $55 a share here. So that's looking great. I'm probably going to end up going and making a trade on this, once we go live here in a sec. So that's looking good, and probably going to make that Twitter trade the first thing here this morning. So that's going to do it here for us, guys. I hope everyone's having a great day, and let me see here. Alrighty, guys. I am going to go live now on Zoom with you guys, and I hope everyone has a great day. If you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com and sign up and go into the trade room or underneath the live trading section there. You guys could click on the live Zoom, live morning, and we'll see you there.